Hey friends, welcome to Jay in Tech, and today I'll be creating something a little different. You see, normally I create these small cardboard classic cars and they are great and all, but they are kind of overrated. See, these things need wheels and I want to build something that doesn't require wheels. I want to create something a little different than a car. I want to create a ship. That's right, I want to create a ship. But not just any ship, I want to create the ship in a bottle. Also, it would be a great idea to get rid of some of the junk I have lying around in my house, and this is one of those things. I'm going to create the bottle with this clear jar, if you can see that, and this bottle. Now you might be wondering, Jay, you have a bottle in the first place. Why are you using this stupid jar for the purpose? It's made out of glass, so it's a little bit more quality, I guess. But the real reason I'm using a jar for this purpose and not this whole full bottle is because something that lies underneath this little sticker over here. Are you seeing that? Just because of this design, I will not be able to make the ship in a bottle with this bottle. That's the sentence of the year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bottle inside this jar like so, and I'm going to cut the outline of the bottle to make the head or the neck of the jar, and I will turn this jar into a bottle. It sounds really weird when I put this like this, but I'm pretty sure you will understand what I'm trying to do here once I start building the thing. Okay, so we have the jar and we have the bottle over here. We need to put the bottle inside the jar, and as you can see, the outline of the design of the bottle fits perfectly with the jar, and we have to cut it from here. Cut the bottleneck from here. So let's do it real quick. And there we go. We have the bottleneck. I really like the design of this this bottle cap here. It looks like a cork and it looks really vintage, and that's the whole theme with this ship in a bottle project or decor. So yeah, you can see now it resembles a bottle. You see, it resembles a bottle. It's made out of glass. It's really clear from the back, so I can easily see the ship through the bottle. And in order to make the ship and put it inside the bottle, I'm just going to use this jar. I'm going to put the ship inside, and then I'm going to complete the bottle. Okay, so I'm going to make the ship with these popsicle sticks and toothpicks, but I need to find them. So the way I'm going to make my ship is by stacking a bunch of these popsicle sticks together in order to make the hull of the ship. A little change of plans over here. When I was cutting this thing, I realized that this thing is super narrow. Like if I put this thing inside the jar, you can see this thing is super narrow. It needs the proper shape of a big beefy ship. It needs the shape of a big beefy ship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick 2 popsicle sticks like so on the sides of this thing, and the way I'm going to do that, and also I'm going to cut a little bit more of the front off, and I'm going to make the hull shape in the front like this, like the hull shape that I want. So I finally was able to make the hull of the ship and bending these two on the front to make the pointy. Okay, so as I was thinking about my idea of how should I make the back of the ship, another idea popped up into my mind, and that was to make this thing. Now this is a bent piece, a bent popsicle stick piece, and so what I did is that I bent a popsicle stick like this in the shape of a car window, and then, or you can say a trapezoid, and then I cut another popsicle stick piece in the shape of the trapezoid, and I stuck them both with super glue like so. And when I put this over here on the main hull of the ship, you can see the shape of the ship is now complete. Okay, now it's time to put the building onto the ship. I call it the building because I don't know, what do we call it? Do we call it the captain's cabin or something? I don't know. Now it's time for the main part of the ship, the masts. And I am going to put 5, and for that I'm going to use matchsticks, unused one obviously. So I'm going to put 1 mast over here. I'm going to put 2 masts onto this side, and and I'm going to put one mast over here. Please focus. And then I'm going to put one mast at the back. So I'll be back once I put all the masts of the ship. Okay, so the masts are complete, and now this looks like a really good ship. As for the sails, I'm going to use this white silver piece, and I will bend it in a way to make the sails. I will curve it. For the sails, I'm going to curve these silver white pieces, and I'm going to stick them on like this onto the masts of the ship. Okay, the sails of the masts are done, and this ship looks 10 times better now. It actually looks like an old ship. Now it's the last part, and that is to color the ship. And also I'm going to draw little details onto the side of the ship. Okay, so I painted the ship, and I put a bit more detail into the ship by drawing stuff with a ball pen and putting some cardboard pieces inside, just to give the ship a little bit more depth, the model of the ship, and just a little bit more detail overall. Now for the last part, I want to put a thread that will start from here and it will go all the way to back there. I am going to use a white thread for this purpose, and there we go. We have the thread on the ship, and now we have the complete ship model. Look at this. Look how detailed this thing is. This is how you make a proper model of a vintage ship. Okay, so with a lot of struggle, I managed to get the ship inside the jar. Now all I have to do is now I have to close the jar with the bottleneck. So, closing the bottle. And there we go, we have officially a ship in a jar. Or bottle, sorry. I have to super glue the bottleneck onto the jar. And there we go. We have our bottle and we have our ship. I'll be making the stand with this wooden piece. It's not centered, god damn it. The ship in a bottle is complete. This is beautiful. Well, as beautiful as can be.